buffalo that's moving in the shadows, hiding from the arrows.
Right, so I want to do a plan for the day, and I want to do kind of a plan in general and plan for the week, really. So I want to concentrate a bit more on YouTube. So I've been doing some more research and a bit more work on YouTube and the algorithms and how it's working, because it's changed, or it's constantly changing. And one thing that's really clear is, for the serious YouTubers, the ones who want to kind of build numbers and want to grow very, very fast, it does come down to how much content you're putting out and how big the content is, as well as what engagement you're getting. So it's kind of YouTube's taking into consideration all of those things. But the main thing is, and has always been, that we're not putting out as YouTube friendly content as we are putting out Facebook friendly content. And it's definitely making sense to me how we need to restructure the YouTube. So I think it's really important that we, at the moment, if we take what we've got with YouTube, which is a bunch of videos that we do and we just try and slot them into different places. I've looked through all the kind of the behind the scenes data of what videos we're doing, what's working, what's not working. The show it works. In fact, if you think of it like a TV station, then the actual TV shows work. So we've got the Ask Damo show, that works. There's definitely engagement from it. People watch it and it's 30-40 minutes long, and we get subscribers from it, and YouTube definitely likes it, so it's starting to push it out to more people. Then you've got the top 10 tips. They work better than everything, like by an absolute mile. So those things need to be in a playlist of their own, because again, YouTube is seeing people subscribing because of them, clicking likes, and then therefore pushing out to more people.
Deep in the night, stand like the boxer longing for that second fight. Forgive like a priest would, honey, I love like we all.
This is what writing looks like when you're having a stroke. Hey guys, so on this channel I talk quite a lot about if you're a musician or you're in a band and you're building your brand, but what happens if you're a producer and you produce your own music and you're a producer/artist. So this is my top 10 tips to becoming a successful. Hey guys, so on this channel I talk.
You know it's true, 'cause you try to hide.
Point 3, choose your social media. Point 3, choose your social media. Oh, for fuck's sake. Point 3, choose your social media strategy wisely. Which platform are you going to do? Point 3, so that's my top 10 tips on becoming a successful artist slash. So that's my top 10 tips on becoming a successful. Well, do you know, I actually think we should be looking at starting to break away from the music stuff.
Okay.
I think we should be. I think we're using a really good vehicle to learn about social media and help musicians, which is great. But I get so many people who aren't musicians coming through and saying, "Could you help me?" And
yeah.
I'm like, "Of course.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be able to have. I'd like to get to the point where, especially with the YouTube stuff, where there is a big section saying, look, I'm in the music industry, that's just the way it is, so therefore I do a lot of stuff on the music industry. However, this is now social media and business in general, because being in a band is still a business, should you want it to be. So I think we should be looking at, I think if we go to trying to target music courses to do a talk on music industry stuff, I think we'll struggle to get lots.
Yeah.
But I think if we look at music courses, social media courses, marketing courses, business courses, I think we'll actually get a lot more tailored.
Right, is this interview going to be like a show, or is it going to be like a facing each other?
I think it should be as, I mean, it needs to be as easy for her as possible. I still quite like it when it's next to each other. If it's opposite each other, it's a bit interviewy, isn't it? It's a bit job interviewy. I want to make it as much about her as possible so that I can kind of guide the conversation and ask her questions. She can look at me and we can pretend that nothing's happening.
Yeah. But you can still talk to the camera.
A bit, yeah. Yeah, I got told off the other day for like not staring at the camera when we do this show. So it's just like, look at the camera, stop looking at her. It's really awkward. And I was like, oh, sorry.
Oh, it did crack me up how you introed the last one without me.
What did I say?
We did all the sad faces around.
Oh yeah.
That was really funny.
And it can be really basic, like just looking, like you said, into the camera. I feel less pressure in a way on Facebook Live, because I know that it doesn't actually matter what's going on behind me, and people expect it to feel like a bit more raw and ready. Yeah, it's something different for everyone.
So we're just gonna, I want to make it as informal as possible.
Yeah.
I want it to make it like I'll do a little piece of the camera, and it'll just be a chat.
Yeah.
And if there's anything you want to talk about, we can talk about it. And when we get to the end, and if it's 5 minutes, it's 5, and if it's half an hour, it's half an hour.
Cool. Very good.
And then all of a sudden, someone turns the corner, and I just think, put the camera away, put the camera away.
Right, yeah.
And so, I am definitely not an introvert, but at the same point, I'm still going to have those tendencies of thinking, this is not normal.
Yeah.
For someone to walk through town being videoed is
it's still kind of
point.
Yeah.
People are going to look at and say, what is going on there? And you do become self-conscious.
Yeah.
I think no matter, unless you are crazy egotistical and narcissistic.
Basically psychopath. Well, it's like a sliding scale, but I think it's just being self-aware. We all have that, so that's why I think it's important for everyone to kind of, it's a mindset thing. It's kind of being like, okay, can I just sit with this ridiculous feeling of being that guy who's walking down the street? The interesting thing is, I wonder if we'll be saying the same thing in 5 years. It will probably be way more commonplace. And, it's just, being that person is hard.
Cool. So how can people hear about your stuff and get in touch?
Yeah, well, they can go to thecreativeintrovert.com, and that is where everything is, the podcast, blog, all that stuff. I'm at Creative Intro on most of the socials.
And they can get in touch with you. So if people are
oh my goodness, email hello@thecreativeintrovert.com.
Great.
Yeah.
Because I think there will be people watching thinking, I relate to this, and then if they come through and just say, here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and let me know that you heard of me from this show. So
do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you. It's been great.